Cody Bellinger. Is there a way the Cubs could actually keep him?
You are Locked On Cubs, your daily Chicago Cubs podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
You are Locked On Cubs, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Alongside Sam Wolber, I'm Matt Cozy. Sam and I are lifelong fans, taking our passion into discussion with you on all things Cubs. Thank you for being part of the show and making us your first listen today. And the best way you can help us grow the show is to listen every day, like the video, and comment anything below. Today's episode is presented by Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Well, let me start with the shortest possible questions and answers before we go through this whole exercise this episode.
Sure.
Could the Cubs keep Cody Bellinger? Yes. Does keeping him give Craig Counsell the best set of options in 2025? Also, possibly yes, but as of Monday afternoon, as of this recording time, it is fair to say that things are still trending towards a Bellinger trade, a trade that would likely send him to the Yankees for pitching prospect Will Warren, that has the Cubs paying down somewhere between 5 and 10 M's of the 27.5 with some conditional cash for 26, whether or not Bellinger opts in with his new team. Sam, are you open to the Cubs keeping all these position players they currently have? There might be a slim chance of a universe where it actually happens.
Yeah, no, I'm not open to it. I'm open to keeping Bellinger if they were to remove somebody else. I don't subscribe to the fact that they're actually going to go into the season with Bellinger at first, Horner at second, Suzuki DH, Tucker right, PCA center,
Bush off the bench.
Bush off the bench, and Happ and left. I just don't see it. And I don't see Bush in that case playing third base. I just don't.
He's not going to play third.
So no, I don't. But I'm not. But that doesn't mean I'm opposed to keeping Bellinger. Or just be someone else would have to go in that sense. As far as the trade goes, I think it's still pretty inevitable. And I think the holdup is just Brian Cashman's ego. Because I think, and I didn't get this. I thought this for a while, and then a guy on Twitter by the name of Full Count Tommy talked about it, and I just didn't want to go there. But now that it's out there, that has to be what it is, because it's like he loses Soto, right? The Yankees haven't won a World Series for them in a very long time. And so he just does. He's trying to get a good deal. He's trying to get some public perception. And I'm sure he's telling Jed, you got to eat $10 million of this deal plus the option after the year. Jed's like, that's insane. I'm not going to do that. If you really want to make this deal, you know what's fair, and let me know. And we're just in a holding pattern. And maybe the Yankees try and look at a Naylor or look at somebody else. And if it doesn't work, we eventually get back there. But the Cubs are in a position where they don't have to do this. So they have leverage. Jed is handling this fine. This is not a Kyle Tucker situation. The Cubs needed a player like that. They don't have to trade Bellinger. It's not like, oh my gosh, we kept Cody Bellinger. What are we going to do? They don't need to do that. So if Brian Cashman wants to be fair and talk about a fair contract and a fair deal and a trade, then I'm sure Jed's ready to talk to him. I think Cody Bellinger will be a $20+ million worth player at Yankee Stadium with his swing and the extra homers he'll get from the short porch out in right field. I thought it was a huge mistake that the Yankees did trade for him for the World Series, and I think they're undervaluing him. So if they want to continue to do that, that's just fine.
Well, I'm full of wonder on this. The longer he's on the same roster as all these brothers, I get my notepad out. My instinct is to keep him. I was the one who always said, Happ, Suzuki, Bellinger, you just need someone behind them. Now they do.
Right. So you're going to wave the white flag on Michael Bush.
Well, I understand the money part, which I'll get to in a couple minutes. But yes, I think Michael Bush, to use a basketball analogy, could be used as a solid sixth man, because who would he be traded for? The Mariners would like him, right? Maybe that's a path.
Yeah, agree.
Part of a bigger package for Castillo. Doesn't seem like the Cubs are down the field with Castillo. That seems more likely with the Marlins.
Well, and by the way, you can't Bush can't be in the deal for Castillo if Bellinger's still on the team. They're not going to pay Bellinger and Castillo.
No, they'd have to trade him anyways.
Yeah, right.
So how could this fit? I have Bellinger at first, Shaw at third.
Yep.
We don't know for sure if Horner can't open the year, but he had elbow surgery in October.
Right.
If he misses the first 10, 15 games, then Bush plays second, or Shaw plays second, and fill in the blank plays third.
Sure.
But what I'm advocating for, what I'm not advocating for at first, really is Bush at second, even if it's maybe just for a few games, but definitely not third. But when everyone is healthy, he's the sixth man. And it gives Counsell options to do a rotation to either get people off their feet using the DH spot and or have a day off every now and then. And Sam, is this a stretch to say that could be on Counsell? He makes $8 million a year.
It's not a
he should have his notepad out too. And I can imagine he's having fun with some scenarios as well.
I don't think Craig Counsell has fun.
Okay.
Period.
It's a bad take.
So,
for example, one day you could go Bush at first, Bellinger DH, Suzuki and left, Happ takes the day. Bellinger and right, Tucker DH, Happ and left, Suzuki takes a day, and so on.
Yeah.
There's so many combinations here you can do that.
Yeah.
And I think Counsell can figure that out. I do.
Yeah.
But the money part is tough.
I love you. But I don't like this. No, I don't like this. I think it's too many moving parts. This is a team. You got to remember, Michael Bush was a better offensive player last year than Cody Bellinger. Why should he be demoted Cody Bellinger to play first?
I'm fine with them with Bush at first. Actually, I'm beyond fine. He's Gold Glove possible at first, and he projects better than Bellinger. I said it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like. They both were kind of, Michael Bush had a better season than Bellinger did last year.
Well, and Bush is ascending. You can make a case Bellinger is descending.
Yeah. And look, it's fair to say, because I've questioned Bush's ceiling as well, but then
just try to have some fun.
No.
Yeah.
When you get to the money part of it as well.
I will.
Okay. Just go ahead then.
Fine.
Yeah.
I do think it's still, with that being said, I think it's still a foregone conclusion he gets moved just because of the money. And they want flexibility.
Well, and Bush makes no money.
Right. He's making $800,000.
He's on like a teacher salary.
Oh, don't joke.
I'm sorry. It's a joke, please.
Room to improve this offseason, but really also in addition to that, room in July as you're now anticipating a strong contending season. Here's because the money goes down quick. Like as of right now, Sam, the Cubs have $26 million to the first threshold.
Yeah.
Which they're probably not even going to get to. But let's just say they want to, right? So they get Luzardo. Now you're at 20. They get Kirby Yates. Now that's probably 10 M's. Now you're down to 10.
Yep. And then you say
Kobe Milner's 4 M's. Now you're down to 6. You get DeYoung or Moncada. Now you're down to 3 or 4. And that is
you think
too close for comfort for a team that doesn't want to pay the repeater tax since they went over $900,000 last year.
Yeah, and I think DeYoung might be more than that.
So there you go. It's just too close for comfort. If you trade Bellinger, you feel better about not teetering with that line.
Agree.
And also maybe you can get a better lefty than Milner.
Yeah, and I just think like the tiebreaker of Bush and Bellinger is just, hey, one guy is essentially cost free. And I'm kidding around. Obviously, he still makes a nice number.
Well,
but
a guy like him,
in terms of baseball,
that's huge.
Yeah, in terms of baseball,
same with PCA.
In terms of baseball, he's not making any money.
Yeah,
and you have him under control, and you could definitely convince yourself that he's a better offensive player than Bellinger. So that's kind of the tiebreaker because The only other way would be if Horner were to go and then Bush goes and plays second.
I've paused on putting out lineups because, and I'm the lineup king, but I caught myself on our live the other day of doing that because it's pointless.
So
they're one trade away from doing the lineup.
So I could do like a Netflix thing, and we could, instead of the Tiger King, you're the lineup king. Because we don't have official nicknames yet.
Right.
The lineup king. Are we putting that on there as a candidate?
I don't know.
There's also some people
not bad.
There's also some people that have commented to me that they think you have a resemblance to the newest Cub, Kyle Tucker.
Oh my gosh.
No, there is. I'm
gonna shave today.
Personally, I don't see it.
Yeah. Well, it's someone new every week.
It is. It's been Gomes,
Kirk Cousins.
I think Kirk Cousins is the most accurate.
Yep.
So, and then when you add in the fashion element of that, it's almost like you guys are related.
To Cousins?
Yeah, like you guys are like you're cousins with cousins.
Nice.
Thank you.
I'm not going to do the lineup thing, folks.
The lineup Bellinger
trade's got to happen.
The lineup king's taking a breather.
But while we're on that topic, do you think Tucker might bat second?
I think opening day it'll be...
It's going to be Hap, Suzuki, Tucker, right?
I think that, yeah.
Yeah. Because, again, that acquisition, a big appeal is to get Hap and Suzuki in front of them.
I wouldn't... Now, if PCA got off to a great start, I would be totally fine with like a PCA, Suzuki, Tucker, Hap situation, you know. And I think by June, July, Matt Shaw will be hitting 5th or 6th or 4th or 5th anyway.
Wow.
By June, July.
Man, I'd like to take a look at that lineup at some point. I'll have to do that later.
No, Craig, you make a good point, though. Craig's going to have to earn his money. There's a lot of roster things that he's going to have to do a good job with, and he should be fine with that.
He should.
We talked about doing a short show, and that's not.
We think Bellinger's going to go to the Yankees. Could there be other possible suitors? Stay tuned. Today's episode is brought to you by Game Time. Whether it's a Cubs game, comedy show, or a concert, I love going to live events. Now, Game Time has a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets for your favorite live events even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats. You don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets with clear last-minute deals, all in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets. The experience of searching for and then buying tickets on Game Time is simple. Plus, Game Time is the only ticketing app that gives you complete peace of mind with your purchase. See the view from your seat before you buy, so you know exactly what to expect when you arrive. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it?
It's game time.
So, Bellinger to the Yankees, still not only in play, but probably the most likely destination. In fact, they might have even agreed on a return. Have you looked too much into the potential return, or you don't have that strong of a conviction, right?
The only thing that matters to me in that deal is how much money are we taking on.
Right.
That's the only thing that matters.
Unless in 10, that's going to catch your eye, right?
Unless it's a trade with a different team. This is assuming he's going to New York. If it's a Mariners or I'm the only big contract swap I'm interested in is Castillo, and that seems to be cooling off. There's reports that they offered Montgomery for Bellinger. Jed squashed that pretty quickly. Yep. I don't see the value in going big contract for big contract unless it really helps the Cubs. And the only thing that really feels like that's the case would be Castillo. So if it's the Yankees, I just if we get a notification tonight, I'm watching a Bear game and it goes, hey, Cubs have traded Cody Bellinger to the Yankees. I'm not doing anything. I'm just waiting to find the finances. That's how the deal is determined.
And what would appeal to you there?
Yeah, it needs to be. It can't be any. If the Cubs are eating $10 million of the deal, it's ridiculous, and they shouldn't make it in 25. It needs to be between 5 and 7.
Well, maybe that's why the Cubs are talking to the Giants, according to Bruce Levine.
Good.
Maybe the Phillies get in there.
Good.
Maybe the Blue Jays with their last year with Vlad and Bichette.
Good.
Do the Angels continue to add? And I have a surprise team. This is just me.
The Angels, really?
Well, and I have a surprise team in the A's.
Ooh.
As they continue to add some money.
Well, I think they needed. I think they needed to spend a little bit. I think they got.
Yes. Yeah. I think that was a directive from the commissioner's office. So
yeah.
The Phillies outfield situation, I would have thought they really would be on the phone with Jed, and perhaps they are.
What is their outfield situation? Marsh, Castellanos, Schwarber. Because Harper's playing first.
This guy named Rojas, I believe.
Yeah. No, they should be on the phone.
Yes, I think so.
They should. I mean, and again, Bellinger would be a great ad for Philadelphia.
And folks, no, it doesn't have to be for Alec Bohm. Okay, it could be for someone else. It's okay.
I mean, he would be a great ad, man. Like, and the thing with Bellinger, because I know people would be like, "Oh, well, you got Harper and Schwarber, too many lefties," but Bellinger hits lefties.
Yeah,
as a lefty. So,
and the appeal for to other teams for Bellinger is
locked on Phillies. Is the Phillies?
He plays 4 positions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Left, center, right, first.
Well, and their defensive outfield is just atrocious over there.
Right, that's the team that I'm targeting. If something breaks down,
I don't know why nobody sees the value of Bellinger. It's crazy. The reason why the Cubs want to get rid of him is because the Cubs' strength. The Cubs have I'll say it right now. The Cubs have one of the best outfields in baseball. They do.
Wow.
PCA, Happ, and Tucker with Suzuki as insurance, they're loaded there. So they don't need Bellinger. But if you don't have a great outfield, he's still a valuable piece. It's gotten out of hand, his undervalued stuff.
Right. Well, and I think the calendar is on the Cubs' side here. They don't have to trade Bellinger before the holidays. They don't have to.
Nope.
They can stare at the Yankees all they want, and if the Yankees stare back, fine. We're not going to flinch. So,
yep.
But looking at the Phillies, folks. All right, first time in a while that trivia is returning, Sam.
Oh boy,
you ready for this? It's going to be something that you like.
Great.
It's going to be a series, recalling series.
Oh, cool! I'm excited.
You enjoy that. So,
thank you.
Stay tuned.
This episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Get ready to tackle the NFL action with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers can bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if you win. The FanDuel Sportsbook app gives you everything you need to place live bets on the NFL all in one place. So to get a hunch in the middle of the game, you can check out the latest stats, view live play-by-play, and so much more on the same page where you place your bets. Folks, this Saturday is a historically level good sports day.
Really?
You have the first rendition of the 12-team college football playoff. I believe there's like 3 or 4 games on Saturday. And then Saturday night, you get like one of these a year at this point. It's unfortunate. A massive heavyweight fight in the boxing world. The classic favorite, just barely on FanDuel, -150, Alexander Usyk against one of the all-time greats, Tyson Fury. Does Fury have one more great performance in him, or is this going to be his Muhammad Ali, Larry Holmes, where you go, okay, it's time to hang it up? I can't wait for that fight. I will be purchasing it. You'll get started with $150 in bonus bets if you win your first $5 bet. That's FanDuel.com. Never waste a hunch and make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the National Football League.
We're also brought to you by SelectQuote, the World Series, Super Bowl, Olympics. The world's top athletes get to play in these top-level sporting events thanks to one thing, teamwork. And teamwork can also protect your financial legacy and your family's future. SelectQuote's licensed insurance agents are the perfect teammates when shopping for customized, affordable life insurance. They can find the right policy to keep your financial legacy safely in your family's end zone. Sports, winning is everything. That's why you always need a good strategy to keep you moving towards the goalpost. Winning strategies for life are just as important. And that's why you should have life insurance through SelectQuote to protect your legacy and your family's financial future. Other life insurance brokers offer impersonal, one-size-fits-all policies that may cost you more and cover you less, while Select Quote's licensed insurance agents work for you to tailor a life insurance policy for your individual needs in as little as 15 minutes. Get the right life insurance for you for less at selectquote.com/lockedon. Go to selectquote.com/lockedon today to get started. That's selectquote.com/lockedon. All right, we have some trivia for Sam here. This is series and games trivia. And Sam's good at recalling.
I just need the game of the series.
Game and series. And would you be open to doing the entire series?
I could do that. Yeah.
So what I have in front of me here,
Yeah,
and I could do the game too. We'll see.
No. Just give it to me, man.
I have possibly the best 3 series of the season here.
Okay, let's do it.
Cubs Astros, April 23, 24, and 25.
Yeah, I remember this one pretty well. So what do you want? Like a score and like a little tidbit from it? Or
yeah, I think. Well, I have scores in front of me, so it's up to you if you want to do tidbits.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get exact scores, but I'll do my best. So game one, Cubs 7-2.
Right.
Game 2, Cubs. Oh man, so can I skip game 2? Game 3 was 3-1. That was the PCA homer.
Yeah,
that was the midday homer. Boy. Game 2.
Yeah, it was a Wednesday evening game.
I'll say 4-1.
Let's see here. 4-3.
Got it. Okay, so I was off on that one. And I think that was a Tyone gem, if I remember correctly.
Wow. Can I confirm that? Just
please
give me a second here.
Please confirm it. Game 2. Game 2, I believe, was a Tyone gem.
Yeah, that's correct. 5 2/3, only 1 earned.
Game 1, Wicks threw.
Wow. See, this is what I mean. Here's one that I think you're going to get pretty easily, actually. Cubs, Orioles, July 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, the score is the problem. I know none of them were particularly close. Okay, I'm just trying to put myself there. Again, I think Tyone threw game 1 of that series. I think it was Tyone, Steele, and Minaga. Maybe the other way around. I'll say 9-1, 4-0.
This is awesome.
9-1, 4-0, and 10-0. I don't know.
Wow, you're so close. 9-2.
Okay.
4-0 was right.
Okay.
And then 8-0.
Yeah, and I just remember that series. I don't like
I think Steele pitched the last game.
Okay, so I flipped them. I don't remember a whole lot from that series outside of just everybody was. I think Bush had a huge game in one of them. He had like a bunch of RBIs, and I know Happ hit a big 3-run homer down the right field corner. And I think Seiya had some good moments. So I'm not doing great.
Do you want one more or just call it?
No, let's do one more. It's fun.
Cubs Pirates, August 26, 27, 28.
Okay. Yeah. So they swept them.
They did.
Oh man, this is hard. All right. So the last game was 14-10, and that was the crazy comeback.
Correct.
The Christian Bethancourt game. Yeah. That was a midday, I think, a Wednesday afternoon.
Yes, 11:35 Central start.
I'll say like 21-9, like some crazy score in game 1. Like
18-8.
Okay, yeah, I don't know why.
Good guess.
Boy, and then this was a
second game was
it was a Steele Jared Jones game.
Closer than I thought.
Yeah, we faced Jared Jones for the 40th time of the season. Because the game 3 Skeens threw.
Wow.
Right?
I don't know.
9-5, Jared Jones and Skeens, game 2.
8-5. Good job.
All right.
Hey, Locked On Cubs holiday party is at 7 p.m. Central this Wednesday. Please join us live or make plans to watch that on demand. But we'll be streaming worldwide, 7 p.m. Central on Wednesday. Locked On
Cubs
holiday
faced
party.
Skeens and Jones 270 times last year.
They faced them a lot. Or the Skeens faced the Cubs the most time of any team?
Oh, it had to have been.
Had to have been.
I think they faced them. They faced them in Pittsburgh, twice at Wrigley. I think they faced him 4 times.
Well, he debuted at Wrigley.
Yeah. No, he debuted in Pittsburgh, and then
he did.
Yeah, it was again. That was the Memorial Day.
Oh, that he came back the next Friday.
Yeah, where Steele gave that was the game where Pittsburgh walked like 9 guys in a row. Remember
it was a Saturday. Then he pitched at Wrigley on Friday
against Hendricks.
Thank you so much for checking out this edition of Locked On Cubs. It goes 20 to 30 minutes. We'll give you all things Cubs with a laugh or two along the way. Be sure to hit subscribe on YouTube as we make the push to 12,000 subs before opening day. Smash the like button for the algorithm and leave a 5-star review on Apple, Spotify, and everywhere you get your podcast. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. He's Sam Olber. I'm Matt Cozy. This is Locked On Cubs.
See ya.